Whoa. Sorry. How's it going, everybody? We're doing this totally impromptu. Just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you guys had a great break. It's been really nice just having time off and hanging out with the family and just doing nothing, a lot of nothing. And yeah, it's been really good. I see some comments coming in. How's it going? Awesome one. Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you had a good Christmas and are enjoying the break between now and New Year's. Merry Christmas to you. It's great to see you. Thanks for jumping in here. It was totally impromptu. I was actually planning on. I just got the a package today, and I was gonna rip it open and kind of check it out, and then I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a comic. I'm pretty sure it's a comic. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. I think it's Ax-Wielder Jon. But I was like, I know people do unboxing videos. I don't know. YouTube culture is so weird and foreign to me, but I was like, hey, what the heck? Why don't I just try and do it live and see how that goes? And I actually just came back from dinner at a good friend of ours, a good family friend of ours, and he's got a really successful YouTube channel. Has nothing to do with comics. He's actually an engineer. His YouTube channel is called Bite Bite Go, so check it out if you're interested in engineering back-end system stuff. But he's super smart guy, and I've been talking with him a lot about just YouTube and YouTube culture. I think he has almost 600,000 subscribers, which is bananas. But I'm just learning a lot from him and just kind of bouncing ideas off of him. So anyway, had dinner with his family tonight, and he was working on some stream stuff, some YouTube short stuff, and it just inspired me. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to try and live stream this. Didn't know if I was going to do it tonight, but got home and worked out my setup and said, hey, let's do it. So anyway, glad that you guys are here. Awesome one says, I watched Comics Division unbox some Alpha Core comics. Cool. Yeah, I know that all those were Eric July and the Rippaverse team was shipping those out really fast. So that's great. I'll have to check that out. I'm 600K chump change. Yeah, you know, it's a little humbling. I'm like, hey, I got 47 subscribers. I'm so psyched. And he's got like 600,000. But it's cool. And he's done a lot of work in building up his channel. So anyway, one day, right? So anyway, yeah, I'll have to check out some of those unboxing for Alpha Core and just in general, just to see how people do it. Anyway, let's get to it. Like no need to delay the inevitable. So I set up a little side by side I thought would be a cool way. So yeah, this was the package I got today, and if I bump the mic, sorry, I'm trying to work around my microphone. So this is excuse me, this was the clue that I thought this was Ax-Wielder Jon. Excuse me. Wow. There are a few books that I've backed on Zoop, but Ax-Wielder Jon was definitely the first one. I think was the first one that I did. If anybody's familiar with this book, let me know. Nick Pitarra is incredible artist. I followed him on social media, and then at the same time he started promoting this book, and it looked really cool. And he finished it super fast, and oh man, my blade just did not work. That's a fail. All right. Anyway, I will just use a regular pen. So here's the box, and let's try this out. So yeah, I follow Nick Pitarra on social media, and everything I've seen about this book looks incredible. I believe it's going to be multiple books, but and there were some supplementals that he. Wow, sorry if that's too loud. There were some supplementals that he was offering in his book, and that I backed. I didn't back all of them, but all right, lots of bubble wrap. Aha! This is pretty cool. Okay, hang on a second. All of this is bubble wrap, bubble wrap, bubble wrap. Get rid of that box. But so this was one of the supplementals that I backed, which is pretty rad. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll hold it up to this camera. I gotta hold it up to my face because of the focus. But basically, this is a little. If you guys remember muscle toys, when we were growing up, it's like a little muscle toy, but it's actually larger. Funny enough, when I went home and visited some family and was looking through some old comic books and stuff, I found some of my muscle toys. I used to collect them. Super awesome. Similar color. Mine were a little bit more fleshy color. This is more pink than the muscle toy. Bubblegum Warrior. Yeah, I mean the original muscle toys, they always look like bubblegum, and as a little kid, like, who wouldn't want that? And they're about, I would say, whoops, did I bump the mic? I would say the original muscles are about this big, I want to say. I wonder if I can find, where did I put those? I don't know where I put them. Where I do them in comparison. Darn it. Anyway, this one feels a little bit bigger than the original muscles. But this is awesome. There's a lot of cool detail here for the character. 2 axes, because he's Ax-Wielder Jon. And I think, if I remember correctly, the original campaign, he had a limited number of these, so I definitely wanted to back it. It wasn't super expensive to add it in. But I love that. Oof. Boom. Here we go. Check that out. This little trading card. So, fun fact, the artist who drew this trading card, his name is Nick Darrington. He is an awesome artist. He did a Batman series. Was it called Batman Unlimited? Gosh, sorry. I should have all my facts down. But anyway, I actually worked with Nick. You can see his signature right here in this corner. I worked with him on some commercials. We hired him as an artist. And he started in animation as well. But he's a phenomenal comic book artist. I can't wait for Nick to come out with his own book. I don't know if he is working on his own book. He does a lot of Batman stuff. But he must be friends with Nick Pitarra. Nick Darrington must be friends with Nick Pitarra because he got this cool trading card. That's pretty awesome. I love it. Ax-Wielder Jon. And here is the book. So it's a hardcover, and book 1, The Chirping Skulls of Blackrock. That's a pretty awesome name. Yeah, pretty cool so far, right? So, I mean, this cover, I don't think Nick Pitarra did not draw this cover. There was let me see if I can find the name of the artist. Das Pastoras. is the name of the cover artist. Shelby drew a Batman on a Batman blank today. Oh, did he do that live? Does he draw, is this Shelby Robertson? Did he draw that live? Because that would be cool to see. I'm always amazed at people who can draw live. That really stresses me out. I'm working towards it. I want to work towards it, I should say, but it really stresses me out. Because I think in normal life, you don't have somebody sitting over your shoulder watching you draw necessarily. I don't know. I don't know how people do it, but some people can really do it. So anyway, this is great. Hardcover. Half an inch thick, I'd say. It's a good size. Really good size. It's cool. They have this gloss on the same gloss that they have here on the logo. They have this glossy part on the wound, on the face wound of Ax-Wielder Jon. So it gives this cool, like, cool shine to it. That is a amazing design. Ax-Wielder Jon, Nick Pitarra, and these artist color lettering. It's a puzzle piece motif going on here. You can see it on the what do they call these? The liner pages. All right. And I'll do a flip through it. No, spoiler alert, if you don't want to... Ooh, it's really bright. Let me see if I can not make it so bright for you all. It does affect the lighting on my face. But I think you'd rather see the book. Actually, let me go full screen. Oh, doop. There we go. Oh, awesome. Thank you, awesome one. I will check out that link later for sure. That's great. I love watching people draw live, so that'll be awesome reference. Hey, Comrade Sammy. Good to see you. Hope you had a good Christmas and are just relaxing on your couch, lurking on YouTube. Welcome. Just starting through this book here by Nick Pitarra called Ax-Wielder Jon. Yeah, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled about the book itself, I'm going to flip through it quickly, but I do want to go through it. That's the whole point, right? Colors are awesome. Huge panels, these big cinematic widescreen panels on each page, which is awesome. Look at that. Let me see if I can adjust. John. Hey, John, how are you? I love how every time John comes into the chat, he's like, what's going on? What is this craziness? How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, awesome one. Hello, Comrade Sammy. Comrade Sadie, I had a great Christmas. I'm doing good. I was just saying at the beginning of the stream that it's just been nice to relax and take a little bit of break, hang out with family, you know, not have any agenda. I do like traveling to visit friends and family and whatnot, but I don't like the actual traveling part and the prepping of it. I mean, the traveling part's okay, but the prepping and the packing, I hate it. It stresses me out. So we decided not to travel because we traveled during Thanksgiving. So we decided not to travel during Christmas, and it's been wonderful. John, yo, everybody's saying hi to John. I was just thinking about Sammy's Taskmaster and lo, John appears. John, his ears must be constantly ringing because people are always talking about him in the chat. John, did you have a good Christmas? Comrade Sammy wants to know. Hey, awesome one said it, not me. Yeah, let us know. John, did you have a good Christmas? Let me see, guys, if I can does that look out of focus to you guys? That's a little out of, that looks a little better. How's that? Does that look better? That looks a little better. All right. All right. So anyway, moving right along. Look at that. Wow. Big eye. The print quality is great. It's not a full glossy page. It's almost like I want to say like a satin page. Not that I know my paper super well, but feels satin, not full gloss. Comrade Sammy, it was all right. Missing someone, but we go on. Is that a family member that couldn't make it, or? Hope that's okay. Hope it wasn't anything stressful. Well, someone said he had a great Christmas. Mentor. Are you calling Jon a mentor? I would call Jon a mentor. I'd follow that dude and how he works the chat. It's amazing. So a lot of these panels have this very widescreen feel to it. Nick Pitarra's work is great. It reminds me of like Frank Quitely, and I know he's crossed paths with Frank Quitely before. Like he went to a studio. I think I saw in one of his Twitter posts of a visit to Frank Quitely's studio, and he was looking at his originals. So he definitely has a Quitely vibe to his work, Jeff Darrow vibe to his work. There's another artist who worked on, oh man, his name is Andre Araujo, I believe. Kind of similar. He did a book called Phenomena. They have similar quality to his work too. So all around great. I love his style, and to come up with this kind of character, like I'm down with somebody who comes up with a character that's as bold as this guy. Oh man, Jon, I am so sorry to hear that. That's rough, man. That is rough. Really sorry to hear that. That's tough. I hope you guys are doing okay. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Life is tough some days. And just hearing about people losing loved ones. I know the holidays can be tough because there's definitely a emptiness there when it's supposed to be a time of reunion and family. So I'm sorry to hear that, Jon. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not to distract from it, but hopefully these kind of chats and just talking with people help. I know sometimes sometimes talking with people and just hearing people, give words of comfort can help, but really sorry to hear that. So yeah, it seems I haven't seen a panel smaller than a third of the page. So he's going full on. It's cool because it feels super cinematic. I'm digging the colors. So this is Ax-Wielder Jon, and this is the little like skulls that are all over his body. I'm assuming they're animal skulls. I don't know. Great colors. Nick Pitarra loves drawing eyeballs, apparently, and large, muscular people. This has got a Mad Max, Furiosa kind of feel to it. It's like post-apocalyptic, in the desert. Everybody's killing everybody. It's incredible. Great stuff. And I'm assuming Ax-Wielder Jon just chops people's heads off. It is okay. Just hollow feeling. Don't want to bring everyone down. Just hard to answer. How was your Chris? Hey, it's all right, John. You know, I'd rather you be totally straight up than fake, fake any kind of cheeriness or an emotion that you just can't have right now. So it's okay. It's all right. We can handle sadness and loss. And that's what community's for. So we're around even when times are tough, and we stick around the good times, bad times, and hopefully we can just journey with each other through them. And here's awesome one, bringing it down. It's raining. Excuse me. It's definitely raining men, chopped up men in this one. So this is not, excuse me, not for the faint of heart, but I think we all knew that just based on the character design and the name of the book. Yeah, there's not that many words. I think it's just all action. Well, here's the words. All action. Ah, so here's the puzzle piece motif that was on the end papers and on that title page. Has to do with this dude, I'm assuming. This kind of weird, creepy guy who's kissing a deadhead. For the record, I have no interest wielding an axe on anything other than lumber. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nick Pitarra is definitely going for the brutality in this book by giving his main character axes. These guys are cool. Question mark. Like weird executioner question mark. So yeah, his designs are great. Really great, really unique. Very weird and bizarre, but awesome. Some snake violence. Sharks, here we go. Wow, I saw this, and I think he had the same artist who did the cover image, Das Postaris. He did an image I saw in the campaign of this character too, which, good night. This is one messed up character. John, hey, so here's a thing that might cheer you some. I changed my profile picture to a drawing I finished recently. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the Holy Grail. This is my artwork. That's a great profile picture, Comrade Sammy. I love it. That's great. That's a great design. Nice work. Yeah, he's just going all out on these designs. I love it. I love it that is its own original book. Wow, these are crazy. Have you guys, I'm wondering if any of you guys, this gives me a similar vibe. Not necessarily artwork wise, but just the world with these bizarre designs and in the desert kind of thing. But there is a series that I'm going to talk about on one of my videos in the future called East of West. Did any of you guys check out that series? The artist on that was Nick Dragotta. He's incredible, and I think it was Jonathan Hickman is the writer. But that is a awesome series. Might have to refresh though. How do we do that? Like refresh so we see your profile picture? How do we refresh? Oh wow. Is it the black and white one? I'm seeing one in Ecamm, which is how I'm streaming this, which looks like a profile picture that I saw when I first met you, Comrade Sammy. Like a character with a black kind of leather looking top and black hair with a wristband. But then I'm looking on YouTube and your profile picture looks like a pencil drawing. So maybe that's the new one? Anyway, they both look awesome, so nice job. Comrade Sammy, thanks. That's great. This was the one you were talking about. Ecamm may need to refresh. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how to do that. I'm actually I'm a pretty techie guy, but it's funny. I feel like once you get on live stream, I feel like I'm like Shanth, who he's not techie. Don't tell him I said that. But yeah, it just throws you off because there's so many things that you have to handle when you're live streaming or even when you're recording or doing whatever videos, but there's just a lot to handle. So anyway, yeah, this reminds me a lot of East of West as far as just the world, the environment, not necessarily the story of the characters. Sammy encouraging John to have an avatar picture, maybe. Yeah, that's true, John. That's true. I've only seen the J. And for the most part, you're kind of dominating that J, but yeah. The second is the photo I drew. Okay, got it. Gotcha. That's the one, John. I guess you guys had this conversation on another stream, but that's awesome. I love how the conversations are jumping from chat to chat. That's great. That's the magic of this world, of YouTube world. Sammy, very cool. John says, my purple J is iconic. It is. It actually is. Like, God forbid another John tries to take a purple J. So, wow, look at these guys. It's like a pig guy, and these are crazy. Everybody is like jacked up on steroids. Oof, there's a page. These are awesome. The coloring looks really good too. Like, very involved. I mean, Nick Pitarra's line work is already really detailed and lots of work put into it, lots of pencil mileage, but the painter or the colorist takes it to another level, which is great. It's great. It doesn't fight with the line work at all, kind of works with it and also adds another level. So what is going on here? Rocky can dominate the net, but needs his kids to show. See, I don't want to be that person, but I think it's just rite of passage, right? It's like you always laugh at these like stereotypes of like the old people not knowing how to do things, and I'm always like helping my parents like try and use whatever, their iPhones or the iMac or the computer or whatever. Actually, I had a funny we did FaceTime with my parents. I don't know if you guys have seen the newest kind of features on iOS, but you can do all these like, oh, it actually happened on a stream with Eric and Shant, I believe, but it was like you can do all these like emojis live on the stream. So I was doing it with my parents and trying to teach them how to do it. It was hilarious. And it's like, no, you gotta like, put your fingers up, 2 fingers up, or like thumbs up, do it twice, do it over here. And I was just laughing because, they're old. They can't totally get it, but they did. They eventually got it, which was awesome. But then I'm like, I think I'm like that for my kids. They look at me like that. So I don't know. I still think I'm the techiest person in our house, but it's going to change. I'm sure I'm like within months of it changing. One, by the way, thank you. I'm proud of it. You should be. You should be. Anytime you put your own work out there, you got to be proud. John says, I had encouraged Sammy to share her artwork. She blessed me showing it off as well as y'all. That's right. I'm Southern. Whoa. No kidding. No kidding. Well, I grew up a lot in the South. That's where I met Shant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But I also grew up in Texas and Huntsville, Alabama. But I traveled a lot as a kid. So I don't consider myself Southern, but most of my childhood was in the South. Never picked up the accent, though. Never threw out the y'all. But I love the accent. I actually really love the Southern accent. All right. Sammy, you're welcome. You did a good job. You did. I'm a Southern born in Maine that lives in Tennessee. I'm a Southern born in Maine that lives in Tennessee. Oh, you're Southern born in Maine that lives in Tennessee. Huh. You know, I've never visited Maine. I've heard it's beautiful. I've always wanted to go, but I've never visited Maine. I've only gone as far north as New York, and I went to college in Rhode Island. So, but never made it to Maine. I hope to make it one day. All right, here's a bloody red page. One thing is, sorry to keep coughing. One thing is Nick Pitarra was actually asking, I wonder if I'm going to hit it at the end of this book. Well, we'll see. I'll wait until we get to the end of the book. Anyway, it looks like he's going for super cinematic with all these big panels. None of the panels are smaller. Oh, it looks like these puzzle pieces must mean something. I'll have to go back and look carefully. I believe this is the artist that painted the cover. He did a little section here. Looks like he's more of a painter, but he's got some skills. Yeah, he's got this very painterly quality to his stuff. All right. Oh, okay, so this must be like the making of kind of section. Do your best work, a quote from Frank Quitely. So yeah, he definitely has a Quitely connection. Yep, Jonathan Hickman, who wrote that East of West. Oh, okay, so check this out. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Oh, this is cool. I love seeing process. Awesome one. Very cool. Are you in Nashville making music? Are you? Are you a musician? Awesome one. That would be cool. Samuel, hey, whatever works. So yeah, this is a bunch of process stuff. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Black and white. Very detailed. This is cool. So this process section is, I mean, it's a good chunk of the book. It's the process part. I'm just a humble nobody. Hey now. Give yourself more credit than that. Nobody's just a humble nobody. Just because you're not a musician in Nashville doesn't mean you're a nobody. You're here, right? You mean something to me that you're here watching me flip through this book. Okay. This is cool. Cool process stuff. Character designs here. Crazy character designs. Okay, so pinup. So one of the things, sorry, again, I don't know, it's kind of a little blown out there. One of the things Nick Pitarra mentioned when he was producing his book is he was looking for pinups, and I actually started working on one, but I didn't finish it. So one of the things I was thinking of when I found out that this book was coming, when I got a ship date for this book, I was like, oh, maybe one of the things I can do is like actually, when I'm trying to find things that I can draw on stream that I'm not going to freak out because I'm so freaked out about drawing on screen. But was maybe to work on the pinup that I had started for him. So I might do that. Not tonight, but I might do that sometime soon. So these are some cool pinups here. There's Nick Darrington. So this is what the, what the trading card was made off of. Yeah, see, awesome one. Everybody loves you here. Don't count yourself short. Oh, Matt Lislewski. So he did this book, one of the books I reviewed on my Wednesday comic stream video. He did a book called Faceless in the Family. So I guess he did a pinup. That's a great pinup. John Wilcox. These are fun. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so I might work on that pinup because I roughed it out. I roughed out 2 actually. Oh, Chris Samney. This is great. So simple, but if you guys are familiar with Chris Samney's work, he did Jonah, like a kid's graphic novel series called Jonah, but he's worked on Daredevil. His stuff on Daredevil is awesome. There's an artist edition of his work coming out soon. And he worked on an original book called Firepower. Excuse me. Not as short as Comic Division. I missed that. What do we mean? What are we talking about here? Rocky, we don't know. Awesome One may actually be short. LOL. So he'd have to count himself short then. Oh. Is Comic Division, is he really short? Or she? Hey man. We're all sitting down at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter how tall you are or short. These are awesome. Wow. I don't know this artist, but he really went there for the sinews on Ax-Wielder Jon's face. Just trying to see if I know any of these artists, but I don't. But it's great that he made a call for people to turn in artwork and then printed it in this book. Hopefully, if I can get off my butt and finish up those ones that I worked on, I think he said for his second book he'll put more in there. Wow, this one looks like almost like it's 3D rendered. Hey, there's Donald DeLay. I know. He does a lot of books for CG. He got one in there. How tall is Comics Division? Why do you know this? I don't. So more pinups here. These are all really fun. I love it when creators do like fan art contests. I mean, that's kind of one of the art pieces that I did, which is my profile picture, my channel picture, was for Von Klaus's book, Terror in the Trenches. So I was really excited about that book and just the whole concept, and so decided to enter the contest, and lo and behold, I won it. So that was really fun. I wonder if he's talking about Kelsey Shannon here. Sounds like it. Gives him a shout out. And there you go, guys. That's Ax-Wielder Jon. Okay, so funny I had mentioned Quietly as a quote here. Amazing. Jeff Darrow was another one I mentioned. Super cool action. Why, you got a quote from Bill Sienkiewicz, Mike Allred, Jay Lee, Jonathan Hickman. It's great. So I guess Nick Pitarra was Eisner nominated before. Awesome stuff. Pretty cool. Sorry, on my Nerdrotic channels and Comics Division of small channels gets made of for being short. Ah, I see. Yes, got it. Yeah, he is on the channel and he gets made up for being short. Well, that was cool. That is very cool. That's going to be a good one to read. Pretty excited about that. That's all I got. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for joining me. I don't want to belabor the point, but from the looks of it, Ax-Wielder Jon looks cool. I don't think you can get this guy anymore. It was part of the original campaign on Zoop, and but I'm almost positive that this will be available if you haven't picked it up already. I'm sure that he's going to come out with either a retailer version or something, but this was the one that was initially produced on Zoop. And he kind of surpassed his goal, so he did really well, and for obvious reasons why he did well, just because the artwork looked great and the concept looked great. Comics Division. All right, cool. Nice. I'll check it out. I'm so such a noob to all these kind of channels and comics channels and stuff. So I'm learning a lot, but I love it that you guys are talking about it because it gives me more stuff to check out. Thanks for sharing your art. See ya. God bless you. Well, oh yeah, Sammy, definitely. Thanks for sharing your art. That was awesome. So anyway, yeah. See you guys. Check out Ax-Wielder Jon if you can. Follow Nick Pitarra on Twitter. And I don't know if he's on Instagram, but he's definitely on Twitter. And he also has an Ax-Wielder Jon account. So follow that for news of how you can get this book if you haven't gotten it already. And anyway, thanks for joining me. I still have to go to the comic book store tomorrow. For you, those of you who follow my Wednesday comics, I'm going to try and go tomorrow and pick it up. I think there's an issue of a book that I'm looking for. That I'm going to go and check out. Then will I post a video? I don't know. It's kind of a crazy week just because it's between New Year's and I'm not on a schedule. So anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate you guys in the chat. John, Comrade Sammy, awesome one. I'm thankful that anybody showed up. So I'm always thankful that people show up. So thanks so much, you guys. Like and subscribble. Avida Zane. God bless y'all. Y'all, that's right. That's for you, John. God bless y'all. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you later.